Mga higala, kumusta niya napunta niya itong tulumanon Panglantaw sa kagabihion. Karon pag kita nakauli noon, ipahulay ta kadyot ng ulit ta diri sa itong panimalay kay aron komportable po tagamay. Kasamtangan na mong gipahigayon ang Boy Scout Kampural sa amuang eskwelahan. Karon pag kita kaabot din sa itong panimalay, mag-live ta ni ato ang tulumanon Panglantaw sa kagabihion. Pagaw-pagaw kini inyong igsuon, tungod tingali sa panahon nga usahay init, usahay ulan, nang napagaw itawon giubon ninyong igsuon. Sa dili pa nato sugdan ang atong kabildo ani ato ang programa, ato sang i-shout out ato ang mga likers sa ato ang live kagabi, si Ma'am Lisa Nilias, Gisa Habla Estiliana, Junicio Tubigon, Johnny Di Samonte, Lilian Tubigon, Marilo P. Faustino, Ilsi Luar Nisam, si Ilsi maasin ni siya, kuan ang classmate sa grade 1, diya sa Esperanza Elementary School, diya sa Ramon Magsaysay District sa una. Kuan classmate si Ilsi maasin. Kumusta naman ka, Ma'am Ilsi? Naot nga nagpaminaw, nagtanaw gihapon ka karon. Ato ang kaubang teacher, Estrella Palir Bakar. Ito ang district nurse sa San Miguel District, Madam Lorelai Hamoy Wayan. O ito ang mathematics teacher, Jovi Habilio. This evening, we will be discussing the topic about from viral fame to virtual flame, the cyber libel arrest of Thailand girl. Sikat ni siya nga, kuan mga igsoon. Sikat ni siya nga vlogger, pero gi-aresto man ni siya. Muna atong hisgutan karon bahin aniin. Kaso, aron makuhaan nato murag nang gitawag nila bulawanong pagtulunan. It is strange, my dear listeners, how the world can turn in just a day. One moment you are laughing at a video online, clicking the share button without much thought, and the next moment, the very person who made you laugh is standing in front of a mugshot wall, holding a placard with their name, their alias, and the crime they are accused of. And that is exactly what happened last August 8, 2025. A familiar face to the social media crowd appeared not on a live stream, not in a TikTok video, but in a police station, wearing an orange shirt, standing straight with the name Jirenjud Bakas E. Nebit, also known as Thailand Girl or TG, written boldly on a piece of paper. The charged violation of online libel section 4C and 4 of Republic Act 10175, the Cybercrime Prevention Act of 2012. For some, it was shocking. For others, it was a long time coming. But for all of us, it is a story that forces us to think. In this age where a single post can reach thousands in minutes, how do we balance our right to speak with our responsibility to speak wisely? I remember one old saying my grandmother used to repeat, "Ang pulong nga giitsa, dili na mabawi. Words once thrown cannot be taken back. Back then, those words traveled slowly past from neighbor to neighbor, whispered over fences. Today, those same words can travel across the globe in seconds, immortalized in screenshots and shared in online forums where strangers debate over them long after they were first spoken. Thailand girl, as many citizens know, is a figure unafraid to speak her mind. She dances between humor and insult, between commentary and controversy. Her online presence is vibrant and apologetic, and let's be honest, sometimes sharp as a knife. Unlike a knife, her words could be used to cut through lies, but they could also wound. Then the news broke of her arrest. The comment sections erupted. Some said, this is just an attack on freedom of speech. Others said, finally, may natudluan og leksyon. In the noise of opinions, one thing became clear. This case was not just about her, or his, or him. It was about all of us who live and breathe in the digital world. The Cybercrime Prevention Act of 2012 is a law designed for our new reality. It recognizes that crimes don't just happen in the streets anymore. They happen on our screens. One of its most debated provisions is online libel, punishing those who, through a computer system, publicly and maliciously impute a crime, a vice, or a defect that damages another person's honor. Now, some may say, but that's just the truth. Here's the thing. Under our laws, even the truth, when spoken with malice, can still be libelous. Truth can be a sword, yes, but the law asked us to wield it with justice, not with vengeance. Kung makadaot ka sa dungog sa usa ka tawo, pinaagi sa imong gipost nga walay igong basihan, og tinuyo gyud nga pasakitan siya, bisan pa man og tinuod ang imong gisulti, posible gihapon ka nga pasangin lang sa libelo or kasuhan sa libelo. The principle is not to silence the truth, but to ensure that truth is told responsibly without unnecessary cruelty. Biblically speaking, this is not new. In Proverbs chapter 18, verse 21, we read, death and life are in the power of the tongue, and those who love it will eat its fruits. If in ancient times the tongue carried such power, imagine now the amplified reach of our keyboards and smartphones. One careless status update, one sarcastic comment, one heated rant, and the ripple can be greater than we ever intended. Jesus himself in Matthew chapter 12 verse 36 warns us, but I tell you that everyone will have to give account on the day of judgment. for every empty word they have spoken. Listeners, viewers, think of that. Every empty word. Every insult typed in anger. Every sarcastic jab posted in the heat of the moment. In heaven's record includes even the words we spoke online. How carefully should we be choosing them? I want to tell you a story not about Thailand girl, but about a man I once knew from our town. He was known for being outspoken. Every morning at the market, he had something to say about everyone who was honest, who was corrupt, who was lazy, who was ambitious. Many thought of him as simply entertaining, a man full of colorful remarks. But one day, one of his remarks meant as a joke reached the ears of the wrong person. That person had influence, connections, and the will to fight back. Before the week was over, the man found himself served with a legal notice for defamation. He thought it was just talk, just fun, but to the other party, it was an attack that damaged their dignity. That story happened long before Facebook existed, and yet it mirrored that we see today. The stage has changed, but the lesson is the same. When we speak without caution, we open the door to consequences we may not be ready to face. In the case of Thailand girl, we do not yet know the full details. What exact statement triggered the complaint? Who filed it? Or how the courts will decide? But what we do know is this. The arrest has already sent a message to thousands watching from their phones. It is a reminder that social media is not a lawless frontier. We often think of the online world as a place where we can be bold without percussions. After all, there's no physical face-to-face confrontation. But the law says no difference between an insult shouted in a plaza and an insult posted on a Facebook page with thousands of followers. The effect on reputation can be the same or even worse, because digital insults can be replayed, revisited, and reshared endlessly. James chapter 1 verse 19 offers us the wisdom. Everyone should be quick to listen, slow to speak, and slow to become angry. I believe this verse was written for our generation more than any before. Quick to listen, not quick to comment. Slow to speak, not quick to post. Slow to anger, not quick to cancel someone online. Kaya kung atong hunahunaon daghan sa mga away sa social media, dili tungod kay sayop ang usa ka punto, pero tungod kay sayop ang paagi sa pagpresentar niini. Tone matters, timing matters, truth matters, but so does grace. As we reflect on this case tonight, my dear listeners and viewers, let us not simply watch it as spectators of another person's downfall. Let us take it as a personal warning. Ask yourself, Ask yourself, if someone screenshotted my last online comment, would I be willing to defend it in court? Would I be willing to explain it before God? Thailand girl may face the courts of law in the coming months. But you and I, every day, face the count of public perception and the court of conscience. One day, we will all stand before the court of heaven. So let us use our words not as arrows to wound, but as seeds to plant truth, compassion, and justice. The internet may never forget, but neither does the Lord. May our online presence be a testimony of wisdom, and may it be said of us, both in the records of man and in the records of heaven, that our words were life-giving, our speech was seasoned with grace, and our influence brought light rather than darkness. Kini ang panglantaw sa kagabhion diin, ang kahayag sa kamatuuran mo danag, bisan pa sa kangitngit. Kini inyong higala o igsoon, o alaga, Jeremias Labaho Tubigon, sa makausap pa mo ingon, nga sa atong pagpangandoy o matarong nga katilingban, ang kamatuuran gayud ang atong suga. Ug sa kangit-ngit sa kasaysayan, ang tinud-anay nga pamunuan, ang labing hayag nga paglaom. Shout out sa tanang nagtanaw karon nga wala mag-appear ang ilang ngalan diri sa atong screen. Shout out pod sa tanan natong mga kaparintihan nga nagtanaw diya sa Tudela, Ramon Magsaysay, Cagayan de Oro, Davao, Migsalip, Suminot. Kanatong tanan mga igsoon, ang Dios magapanalangin ug magapanalangin ug magapanalangin kanatong tanan. Daghang salamat ug maayong gabi.